I'm going to be doing a furniture upcycle. Basically, this is how it came. I got it for free off of Craigslist. It seemed leveled, like the middle doesn't seem warped in. It did get some water damage. Let me just show you some of the drawers that it came with. And then my other drawers over there. Not too bad. I think I'm just going to leave the drawers out. So a couple things here. I really need to clean this out, sand some stuff. This here has already started coming off on the other side, so I need to peel that off to expose the wood underneath. I'm going to go ahead and use my electric screwdriver, and I'm just going to take out all these rail things for the drawers. And later on, what I plan to do is get some wood and cut it to this size and down here, and then just nail it in and just have like a space, like a cabinet space. I'm also going to be shortening the legs because I want to turn this desk into, so my brother got a new apartment, so I wanted to make him and his girlfriend like a nice TV table console, because right now they have a little cheapy one that was like $20, but those things never last for long. So it's their first apartment. Thought I'd do something nice and paint this one up really good. Also, make note, I scored these moldings off of Craigslist also for free. Someone was getting rid of them, so I thought this would be like a good little thing to put on this towards the middle. I also got some dust masks, sanding sponges. I got all this from Harbor Freights. I got this one. This one has like it's a bunch. It's got 60 to 220 grit. So I got to do some fine sanding towards the end. So let's get started. A super cold day, but I need to finish this because my brother needs it. So anyways, a couple things. I found this piece of wood scavenging in the desert. It's a really good, nice piece of wood. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put on one side a shelf using that piece of wood, and the other side I'll still cover but with no shelving, and that'll just be the way I do it. I put this on the first day. I trimmed it to size, and then I didn't have any wood glue, so I kind of did this a different way. I put E6. Well, first of all, I couldn't take off all the glue. It was really, really stuck on there. It did not want to come off. So I sanded as much as I could, and then I put the E6000 on the desk, like on the side, and then I put the molding and I nailed it in. So now that it's had like 24 hours to dry, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sand the whole thing. So I'm going to start off with a 60 grit, and I'm just going to wrap it around my sanding sponge just to make it a little bit easier, and I'm going to finish it off. And then I'm going to end up with the 220 grit in the end. So start off real coarse and then end up doing it real fine with your sandpaper. And couple extra things here. So I have all these drawers, right? I was gonna give them away, throw them away, like I don't know. So then I went on Pinterest and I was like, what can I do with drawers? So I'm gonna end up making like another piece of furniture, like shelving, but with drawers. So I'll do that also, which is another good idea. Because I have five drawers. I might use one though on this piece of wood. I might knock that out to use for one of my, to line the bottom of the desk. So I have a couple ways of recycling these things, like knock out the bottom of the drawer and use it to line the bottom here, and use this for the shelf. So I have a couple options, but let's get to sanding. Okay, so yesterday I was filling in all the like holes left over by the screws. I was filling them in with this stuff called wood filler. And then I might redo this one. This one was like a really deep groove and it had like a big hole here. Probably have to do this again right now. So I'm going to sand it with my sanding sponge just to make everything smooth and flat before I go in and prime everything. Okay, so I wanted to make a square cut out of the back for like electrical things, and plus just to take some more weight off this thing, because I'm telling you, took out the metal rails, chopped off some of the legs and stuff, and it's still just incredibly heavy. So I mean, whatever ounces I can manage to take off, I will do it. So anyways, yeah, so I drew a square out. Now I know lots of you are gonna laugh at me. I don't own a jigsaw, so I had to make do by cutting this out with an old handsaw of mine and a hacksaw. That's all I have. So basically I'm trying to get it, you know, perfect. So I had to do a series of like diamond cuts and then punch them out. You know, I'll finish it eventually. It was a really good arm and forearm workout, but I'll be able to cut this out soon, and then I can sand it, and then it'll be good to go. So yeah, I also turned it over and I filled in some more places with wood putty. This is still slightly moist. Let it dry overnight, but yeah. I just spray painted the top. I'm letting it dry at the moment. I bought 2 cans because I figured I'd need 2, and I was right. I'll probably do one more coat, and then I already have to do the second coat. I'll definitely have to use the new can because the first one I was using was already running out. So as you can see, I taped off what I wanted to with the painter's tape. I didn't use masking tape. Painter's tape is a little bit better because it's not as sticky. So when you peel it back up, you don't run the risk of like taking your primer off or whatever other color you're not trying to paint with it. So yeah.